We all want to have good relationships in our life because honestly, our relationships are the key to our happiness, is how we relate to other people. And all the good feelings that we get from those relationships really help to add to our joy in life. And tomorrow, my husband and I will be celebrating our anniversary, so I was really thinking about how important it is to build those good relationships. And I think we've been married a lot of years, and there's some keys that I'd like to share with you today that have helped to make our marriage a success, and honestly, any relationship for that matter, whether it's someone in your family, someone you work with, a friend. There are all key elements to good relationships. And two of the biggest building blocks that I feel is taking the time and taking the interest. Because when we give our time and our interest in really nurturing our relationships, we can help them to become more successful. And then it's a win-win for you and whoever you're in the relationship with. So let's get started. This is the Coach That Cares, Laura Graziano, and creator of Personal Best Coaching and programs to help you heal, grow, and flourish in your life. So let's get started with the first key. Take the time to show an interest in the other person. How many times do we spend time on our phones and so many distractions that we have in life where we're not giving people our undivided attention? I know it happens in my relationships. My husband, the other day, he said, "Oh, I'll talk to you when you're off your phone. I'll talk to you when you're not doing this," because we crave that undivided attention. So first of all, let's start by keeping in touch with people. That's the number one first step in showing an interest, is keeping regular touch with people. Be that person to call a friend or reach out or send a text or a smoke signal, something. You have to make the connection. Otherwise, there is no relationship. And, they say absence makes the heart grow fonder. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true. People have to know that you're interested in them. And then once we do show an interest, let's give them our full attention, like I was saying before. Let's not be distracted. We're all guilty of it, and in today's world, it's really hard. I know I love that one-on-one time with my children, but it's hard because there's so many things drawing us away from that. So let's be sure when we're spending time with the people that we want to build our relationships with, our loved ones, friends, coworkers, that we give them that eye contact so that they know. And not just the eye contact, the ear contact. What do I mean by ear contact? We need to show them that we're listening, that we're not distracted looking off into the sunset or thinking about what we're going to make for dinner, but that we're giving them our full time and attention. And they know it, because when we're paying attention, we can then ask questions about what they're speaking about and then offer some positive feedback or even, interested feedback that shows that we are deeply connected to what they're saying. So that's number one, is show a genuine interest in the other person. And number two is take the time to find common interests between you, whether it's a coworker, whether it's your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your children, friend. Take the time to find that common interest, because when you can build a common interest between you, it's a way to create that sense of camaraderie and the feeling that you're on the same team, that you're one. Even if it's with a coworker, if you build that connection through your work or perhaps through a common interest outside of work, maybe you're on the same bowling team or something that you can connect on, then that is something that you always have with each other. And you'll work together towards the good of your team. And you'll also celebrate the successes because you feel connected as a team. So that's number 2, is find that common interest. You know, it's worked for my husband and I. It's funny, he played in a band in high school and college, and then he got away from music, and he picked up his guitar again a little bit later, and now he's in a classic rock band, and we're actually having a lot of fun with that together because we're both interested in it. He loves playing his guitar and really getting out there for the shows, and I love dancing and music and people, so it's a win-win, and we're having a good time together by sharing a common interest. So that's number 2. And also, the other thing with that common interest is when challenges arise. If you feel that you're a team, you can face those challenges together, and it's much easier than doing it alone. So you have that team spirit when you find a common interest. So the third thing is taking the time to nurture your own interests, because we all want to do that, your own interests and your own talents and endeavors, but also to take an interest in the interests of the other person. How much time do we really take to do that? And that's a way for them to really know that we care and really know that we're invested in a relationship with them. And how do we show that? We show that by encouraging them if they're starting a new endeavor, encouraging them to get started and to keep going with it. And then also giving that sincere praise and those compliments along the way so that they can really feel that they're doing something worthwhile, and show that appreciation, celebrate their accomplishments, and even your level of enthusiasm when they speak about the things that they've accomplished gives them a clear indication of how much you care about them, and showing your appreciation for all the good that they do. And that's by actually saying it. You know, we need to say that sometimes. It's good to show it, but we need to say, thank you. I really appreciate all that you've accomplished. You know, my husband, he works really hard in his job. He does a lot of great business. He works with a credit union and makes some really great strides and decisions for them. And I really appreciate what he's doing. He has a high level of understanding in business, and I compliment him for that. And he supports me in my interests in speaking and coaching and Toastmasters and all that I do. So that becomes a win-win for the good of each other. So I hope some of these tips helped you today to build your future relationships and your current ones by remembering all relationships take time and interest. So nurture them with your time by showing an interest in the other person, by building those common interests, and also by nurturing the interests of the other person. So best of luck with your relationships. Make them strong and make them long. Have a great day and keep on going. Again, this is the Coach That Cares. If this message spoke to you today, please like and subscribe to my channel so I can bring you more mindful messages to help you in your day-to-day life. Take care.